What comes to mind when you think of Europe? Paris, Rome, Amsterdam? While these iconic cities might be more popular, it's hard to escape the overcrowding when 700 million people visit this captivating continent every year. But did you know there are over 800 cities in Europe, each one still capturing this continent's historic charm, timeless beauty, and diverse cultures? Here's a look at 30 of the most underrated cities in Europe. Number 30. Bratislava, Slovakia. On the banks of the majestic Danube River, where the borders of three nations converge, Bratislava emerges as a captivating crossroads of cultures. It's the only capital city in the world that borders two other countries, Austria and Hungary. This unique geographical position has shaped its identity for centuries. The city exudes a charm like no other. Along its edge, the Danube River stretches 60 kilometers, weaving its way through the heart of Bratislava. Medieval and Gothic architectures tower over the city, unfolding like a storybook. A labyrinth of cobblestone streets wind through colorful burgher houses with pastel facades, ornate balconies, and elegant palaces. Perched on a hilltop, seemingly guarding the city, the majestic Bratislava Castle. Its whitewashed walls, red-tiled roofs, and imposing towers has witnessed the rise and fall of empires. From the 9th century, when it was a significant outpost of the Great Moravian Empire, to its role as the seat of the Kingdom of Hungary. Within the square lies a quirky detail that captures Bratislava's unique charm. Kumel. This bronze statue of a sewer worker peeking out from a manhole has become an iconic symbol, and legend has it that rubbing his head brings good luck. Bratislava's unique character shines through in its contrasting landmarks. The Blue Church, also known as the Church of St. Elizabeth, is a whimsical creation completed by the Hungarian architect Odon Lechner. The church is colored in pastel hues, adorned with intricate majolica mosaics and shimmering blue glazed tiles on its rooftop. But the S&P Bridge, a daring feat of modernist design, stands in stark contrast. Completed in 1972 during the communist era, the bridge spans the Danube River, connecting the old town with the Petra Zalka district. Its distinctive flying saucer-shaped observation deck, perched atop a pylon soaring 95 meters above the river, offers stunning views of the city. Where the Danube and Morava rivers meet, lies the haunting silhouette of Devon Castle. Perched dramatically on a rocky cliff, this ancient stronghold has endured sieges, conquests, and the ravages of time. The castle's ruins sprawl across the clifftop, a labyrinth of moss-covered stones and crumbling archways. With its quirky statues, colorful facades, and captivating blend of architectural styles, Bratislava exudes a charm that is both timeless and undeniably unique. Number 29. Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. A city whose name itself tells a story, Mostar is riddled in both triumphs and tragedies, devastated from a war that tore the city apart. Its name derives from the Serbo-Croatian word Mostari, meaning bridge keepers, reflecting the significance of its iconic Starry Most, a 16th century bridge that has become synonymous with the city itself. Constructed in 1566 under the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, the bridge stood for 427 years, spanning the turquoise waters of the Neretva River and connecting the two halves of the city. Until it was tragically destroyed in 1993 during the Bosnian War. Yet from the depths of despair, the bridge was meticulously rebuilt, stone by stone, and the reconstructed Starry Most continues to stand as a powerful symbol of hope and reconciliation. The Mostar Bridge Settlement, a cluster of historic buildings nestled around the bridge, further testifies to the city's rich and layered past. The city is a captivating blend of Ottoman, Mediterranean, and Western European influences. The Koski Mehmed Pasha Mosque, with its elegant minaret, stands side by side with traditional Bosnian houses and charming cafes, creating a harmonious mix of architectural styles and cultural influences. The waters of the Neretva River winds its way through the heart of Mostar and into the surrounding mountains covered in lush vegetation, creating a soothing and breathtaking scene. Beyond the city lies the enchanting village of Blaga, nestled at the foot of a towering cliff. A 16th century dervish monastery, Blaga Teka is perfectly built into the cliff face itself. Its whitewashed walls and red-tiled roofs contrast beautifully with the surrounding greenery. Its tranquil setting, with the Buna River rushing from a cave beneath the cliff, creates an atmosphere of peace and contemplation amidst the dramatic landscape. Mostar's scars, once a testament to destruction, have become symbols of resilience, adding a layer of depth and poignancy to its allure. Number 28. Trieste, Italy. Where Austrian elegance waltzes with Italian passion and the aroma of world-class coffee wafts through the streets, Trieste is a city that defies all categorization. The city flourished under the Habsburg monarchy, becoming a vital port and a melting pot of nationalities, languages, and tradition. Often referred to as the coffee capital of Europe, the city's love affair with coffee is deeply rooted in its history as a major port for the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Its maritime heritage is celebrated during the Barcelona Regatta, one of the largest sailing races in the world dating back to 1969. Thousands of sailboats converge on the Gulf of Trieste, their colorful sails creating a breathtaking scene against the city. Along the Gulf, standing tall at 223 feet, is the Vittoria Lighthouse. Its striking white stone structure is adorned with a statue of Victory at its peak, its light guiding sailors for over a century. As you wander through the city center, you'll be charmed by a network of canals, reminiscent of Venice, yet distinctly Triestine in character. These waterways were once a hub for trade, but now offer a tranquil escape, inviting you to explore the city's hidden corners. At the heart of Trieste lies the magnificent Piazza Unita d'Italia, one of the largest sea-facing squares in Europe. Within the piazza is the town hall, housed in the Grand Palazzo del Municipio. This imposing edifice commands attention with its majestic clock tower, whose chimes have resonated through the square for centuries. High above the city, the old castle of San Giusto, a 15th century fortress built on the foundations of Roman and medieval structures. Its ramparts provide sweeping views of the city, the Adriatic Sea, and the surrounding hills, a reminder of Trieste's strategic importance throughout the ages. A 20-minute drive along the scenic coastal road will immerse you in a landscape imbued with both history and natural beauty. The dramatic karst cliffs plunge into the azure waters of the sea. Perched precariously on the edge of such cliff is the Duino Castle. Built in the 14th century on the ruins of a Roman outpost, this majestic fortress has served as a strategic military outpost, a noble residence, and a muse for poets and artists. Its weathered walls and towers tell tales of battles and sieges, while its panoramic terraces offer breathtaking views of the Adriatic. Trieste is a place that awakens the senses, ignites the imagination, and leaves an enduring mark on the heart. Number 27. Strasbourg, France. Founded as a Celtic settlement, Strasbourg was once the Roman military outpost of Argentoratum. The city's name derives from the Frankish word Strataburgum, meaning city of roads, signifying its importance as a true crossroads of trade and culture in Europe. Strasbourg straddles the border between France and Germany, repeatedly contested between the two countries until the aftermath of World War II, where it finally found its lasting place within France. The city's rich history is etched into its very fabric. Nestled along the banks of River Ia, this enchanting city comes alive. The colorful, half-timbered houses of La Petite France lean towards each other along cobblestone streets, while the reflection of the buildings in the water create a scene of undeniable charm and allure. A medieval covered bridge known as the Pont Couvert arches gracefully over the river, connecting the historic Grandile with the surrounding neighborhoods. Once a part of the city's defensive walls, today these covered bridges now offer stunning views of the city. Constructed over 4 centuries from 1015 to 1439, the Cathédrale Notre-Dame de Strasbourg stands as a masterpiece of Gothic grandeur. Its intricate facade, adorned with countless sculptures and stained glass windows, showcases true medieval artistry. Once the tallest structure in the world at a staggering 142 meters, it remains a symbol of the skill and ambition of its builders. During Christmas season, the city transforms into a winter wonderland. First started in 1570, the famous Strasbourg Christmas market fills the air with the warm aroma of mulled wine and gingerbread. It's one of Europe's oldest and most enchanting Christmas markets. Festive decorations scatter the historic streets, creating an atmosphere of joy and wonder that captures the essence of the holiday spirit. From its captivating blend of French and German influences to its surreal, magical touch, Strasbourg is a city that can only be described as an enchanting fairy tale. Number 26. Ohrid, Macedonia. A city that seems to have been touched by the hand of time itself, Ohrid is a place where the ancient and the natural collide. Terracotta rooftops cascade down the hillsides, their warm hues contrasting beautifully with the deep azure of the lake. Narrow cobblestone streets wind through the old town, leading to centuries-old churches and hidden courtyards. And along the shoreline, charming houses huddle together, their whitewashed walls and colorful shutters reflecting the sunlight. The city's ancient wonder, Lake Ohrid, isn't merely a body of water. It's a living relic of Earth's history, estimated to be an astonishing 4 million years old, placing it among Europe's most ancient lakes. Its crystalline waters are visible up to 22 meters deep and reveal an underwater world teeming with life. Over millennia, this ancient lake has nurtured a unique ecosystem, fostering the evolution of over 200 endemic species found nowhere else on our planet. One of the most iconic landmarks is the Church of St. John. Perched on a cliff overlooking the lake, this 13th century Orthodox church is a masterpiece of medieval architecture. Its distinctive silhouette against the backdrop of the lake and mountains has become a symbol of Ohrid itself. But this is just one of many churches that dot the city's landscape. Often referred to as the Jerusalem of the Balkans, legend has it that Ohrid once had 365 churches, one for each day of the year. Just a short boat ride from the city lies one of the most intriguing attractions, the Bay of Bones. This meticulously reconstructed prehistoric settlement is a glimpse into the life of ancient settlers. Built upon a network of wooden stilts, mirroring the construction techniques used by the original inhabitants thousands of years ago, the settlement rises majestically above the water. As you step onto the wooden walkway that winds its way through, you'll feel the gentle sway of the stilts beneath your feet and the rhythmic lapping of the lake against the wooden pilings. In this space, you can't help but feel a sense of connection to these ancient people and the land they called home. The monastery of St. Naum, located about 45 minutes from Ohrid, is a 10th century monastery sitting at the southern tip of the lake, surrounded by lush forests and crystal clear springs. The monastery's peaceful atmosphere and stunning frescoes make it a popular pilgrimage site and is a testament to the region's deep spiritual roots. The interplay of light on the lake, ancient city walls, and majestic mountains paints this city as a landscape almost too perfect to be true. Yet beyond its visual splendor, it's the sense of history and continuity that permeates every corner of Ohrid. Number 25. Zaragoza, Spain. Founded by the Romans in 24 BC as Caesar Augusta, Zaragoza was once the thriving capital of the Kingdom of Aragon. This captivating cityscape tells a story of centuries of cultural exchange and architectural innovation, from its Roman foundations to its Baroque flourishes. Wind through the narrow cobblestone streets of the historic city center, a blend of ancient grandeur and lively energy. The city's religious heritage has been woven from the threads of Christianity and Islam, evident by the awe-inspiring cathedrals, mosques, and sacred spaces. The Basilica del Pilar is a Baroque masterpiece with colorful tiles and crowned with soaring domes. Dedicated to the Virgin Mary, it's said to have been built on the very spot where she appeared to St. James the Apostle in 40 AD, making it a site of profound religious significance. The imposing Catedral del Salvador houses a distinctive mudéjar tower that pierces the sky. Its intricate stonework, stained glass windows, and soaring arches tell a story of faith and artistic expression. In the northeastern plains of Spain lies a stark and hauntingly beautiful landscape, the Monegros Desert. This vast expanse of arid plains and rolling hills spans across Zaragoza and Huesca for 683,000 acres. Deep gullies and ravines carve their way through the harsh desert, while towering mesas and wind-sculpted rock formations rise above the plains. A town scarred by bombs and bullets during the Spanish Civil War. Ruins of a once thriving village, its streets now desolate and houses abandoned. This is the ghost town of Belchite. The Cross of the Fallen commemorates those who lost their lives in the Civil War, while the ruined church, with its damaged domes and crumbled rooftops, stands as a poignant symbol of the destructive power of war. A symphony of stone and light, the city of Zaragoza enchants you with its unreal beauty, leaving you breathless. Number 24. Wrocław, Poland. Where the Oder River carves its ancient path through the vast Polish plains, lies the city of 1,000 bridges. With over 21 islands spanning the river and its tributaries, Wrocław manages to create a unique urban landscape where land and water intertwine. The modern cable-stayed Radzynski Bridge, a graceful arch of steel and concrete, crosses over the river, creating a bridge between the past and the future. Stepping into this city feels like stepping into a fairy tale. Charming cobblestone streets lead to colorful merchant houses, showcasing a blend of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque elements. Rheineck, the magnificent main square, reveals a kaleidoscope of color and architectural splendor. The square itself has been a hub for activity since the 13th century when it was granted Magdeburg rights, a form of self-governance and economic autonomy. Its Grand Town Hall is a masterpiece of Gothic and Renaissance architecture, a testament to the city's former wealth and influence. In 1913, the Centennial Hall was unveiled, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Poland's independence. This colossal structure, with its distinctive dome of reinforced concrete and copper sheeting, was a bold statement of Poland's re-emergence on the world stage after a long period of partition. Adjacent to the hall is the historic Water Tower, a relic of the city's industrial past. The tower was built in the late 19th century during a period of rapid industrialization, once a vital part of the city's water supply system. The city's most notable island is Cathedral Island, the oldest part of Wrocław and a spiritual sanctuary for many. The centerpiece of the island is the majestic Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. Its intricate stonework and Gothic twin spires cast an enchanting glow against the city skyline. But amidst this grandeur, a touch of whimsy befalls Wrocław, the dwarf statues. First appearing in the 1980s as symbols of resistance against the communist regime, hundreds of these mischievous figures are scattered throughout the city. Wrocław, a city of bridges, a canvas of beauty, an invitation to dream. Number 23. Vilnius, Lithuania. Long ago, the Grand Duke Gediminas dreamt of a massive iron wolf howling on a hilltop. It's said that the dream signified a great city destined to rise at the spot where the wolf was seen, and so Gediminas decided to establish a settlement at the exact location, beginning the story of the great city of Vilnius. Overlooking the entire city is Gediminas Tower, the last remnant of a mighty complex castle that once served as a formidable fortress in the 14th century. It lies perched on the very hill where the city began. where the tower witnessed the ebb and flow of empires, the rise and fall of dynasties, and the resilience of the Lithuanian people. Its old town is one of the largest surviving medieval towns in Europe. Its cobblestone streets wind throughout, its unique architecture reflecting a blend of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque styles, earning its title as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. St. Anne's Church, built in the 1500s, is a Gothic masterpiece. Its intricate red brick facade and soaring spires has survived wars and revolutions. Cathedral Square, the historic epicenter of Vilnius, has been the city's spiritual and cultural cornerstone for centuries. The cathedral boasts a striking neoclassical facade. It's been rebuilt and remodeled several times, mirroring the tumultuous history of this town. The square itself has seen everything from grand coronations to somber funerals, its streets echoing with stories of generations. Adding a layer of mystique to the city are the large egg-shaped moss rocks scattered across the landscape. These ancient stones are believed to possess protective powers, with some stories claiming they were placed by giants in times long past. Just outside Vilnius, a short journey leads to the enchanting Trakai Castle. Nestled on an island within Lake Galva, this Gothic fortress once served as the powerful center of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. Its red brick towers, reflected in the lake's waters, evoke a sense of medieval grandeur. Vilnius is a city that defies expectations. While it may not carry the fame of other European capitals, it offers an intimate and profound connection to a past that still resonates in its stones, streets, and stories. Number 22. Ghent, Belgium. In 2009, the city earned the prestigious title of UNESCO City of Music, recognizing its exceptional contributions to the world's music scene. But the city offers more than just melodies. Ghent seamlessly merges medieval charm with a contemporary spirit, enchanting those who stumble upon its embrace. The canals, while not as extensive as those in Bruges or Amsterdam, add a touch of romance and picturesque charm. Along these waterways, diverse architectural styles tell the story of Ghent's rich past as a hub of wealth and power. St. Bavo Cathedral rises majestically, Gothic spires piercing the sky. Its origins began as a humble church devoted to John the Baptist, evolving over centuries into the grand cathedral we see today. The Belfry of Ghent stands 91 meters tall, a golden dragon perched at its peak. The iconic structure was more than just a bell tower. It symbolized civic authority in the 1300s, where guards kept a watchful eye over the people of Ghent. Nearby, St. Nicholas Church, one of the oldest in Ghent, reflects the city's prosperity when it was a major trading center. Its early Gothic design features the region's distinctive blue-gray stone, and its central tower now stands alongside the belfry. Overlooking the river is the Gravenstein Castle, a stone fortress that has served many purposes over the centuries, from prison to courthouse to cotton factory. Built strategically on a hill and surrounded by a moat, the castle's thick walls and towers whisper tales of knights and battles. A canvas painted with sound. Ghent is a city where music is the soul. Number 21. Pecs, Hungary. With its history dating back over 2,000 years, Pecs is one of the oldest urban centers in Hungary. But it's not just age that makes the city remarkable. It's the layers of civilizations that have left their mark on this enchanting city, living up to its name as the City of Cultures. At its core lies the magnificent Zacienie Square, an expansive plaza lined with elegant Baroque and neoclassical buildings. The centerpiece of the square is the iconic Pecs City Hall, a stunning example of Art Nouveau architecture dating back to the 19th century. Its clock tower, visible from across the city, chimes the hours. Its melodious tones a reminder of the city's prosperity during its golden age. The city's skyline is characterized by the distinctive silhouette of the Mosque of Pasha Kasim, a relic of Ottoman rule that stands as one of the largest Turkish-era structures in Hungary. This architectural marvel, with its imposing dome and minaret, now serves as a Catholic church, embodying the city's ability to blend diverse cultural influences. If seeking spiritual solace, the Pecs Cathedral offers a sanctuary of tranquility and beauty. Founded in the 11th century, its Romanesque foundations bore witness to the city's early Christian roots. It's been transformed and rebuilt over the centuries, resulting in a harmonious blend of Romanesque, Gothic, and Baroque elements. As you explore Pecs, you'll find yourself drawn to the Calvary, a pilgrimage site perched atop a hill overlooking the city. This sacred site, with its stations of the cross leading to a chapel at the summit, offers not only spiritual reflection, but also panoramic views of the city and the surrounding countryside. Pecs is a city that transcends time, a place where history resonates in every cobblestone, every church bell, and every weathered facade. Number 20. Gdańsk, Poland. Risen from the ashes of World War II, Gdańsk was a city destroyed by the ravages of chaos. Reborn from the threads of war, resilience, and cultural rebirth, the city has transformed into a canvas of beauty and inspiration. Red-tiled roofs create a captivating mosaic against the cerulean sky, while charming streets wind through the city, revealing hidden courtyards and ornate facades. Along the waterfront, houses line the river, their reflections dancing in the sunlight while the Ferris wheel spins leisurely. St. Mary's Basilica reigns as one of the largest brick churches in the world. Its intricate details, soaring arches, and colorful stained glass windows create a symphony of light and color. The Artus Court clock tower stands tall in the heart of the old town, a magnificent blend of Gothic and Renaissance architecture. It was once a gathering place for merchants and craftsmen alike. As the sun sets, casting intricate shadows across the city below, the tower seems to watch over Gdańsk like a silent guardian. Gdańsk is a city where the past and present coexist, a place where the human spirit has triumphed over adversity, leaving an enduring legacy of beauty and inspiration. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Number 19. Timișoara, Romania. Often called Little Vienna for its elegant architecture, Timișoara is a city that wears its heart on its sleeve, where history and modern elegance dance in perfect harmony. As you wander through the streets of this beautiful city, you'll be captivated by its architectural masterpieces. Baroque palaces, Art Nouveau facades, and secessionist buildings line the streets. One such street, adorned with a canopy of colorful umbrellas, transforms an ordinary alleyway into a lively canvas, perfectly capturing the city's creativity and playful spirit. Within the center is the Union Square, where centuries of significant events occurred, from the city's Roman foundation to its role in the Romanian Revolution of 1989. Its central location has made it a focal point for both civic gatherings and cultural activities, uniting diverse communities under a common banner. In the center is the Bruck House, a striking example of secessionist architecture. Built in 1910, this four-story masterpiece is instantly recognizable for its unusual triangular shape, pastel colors, and its facade of intricate Hungarian folklore motifs. The Orthodox Cathedral has been the spiritual center since 1863. Its towering dome and ornate interior create a sense of awe and reverence, inviting quiet reflection and a connection to something greater than oneself. During the Tim Floralis Flower Festival, the city transforms into a floral wonderland, with color displays and fragrant blooms adorning its streets and squares, reminding us that in the midst of life's chaos, nature's beauty can still flourish. Timișoara is a city that embraces its past while looking towards the future, a place that leaves you enchanted and inspired. Number 18. Braga, Portugal. Often hailed as the Rome of Portugal, Braga's roots stretch back over 2,000 years ago when it was known as the Roman city of Bracara Augusta, making it one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the country. In its captivating historic center, you'll find centuries-old buildings adorned with intricate carvings and weathered facades. The Republika Square, a hub of activities, cafes, and restaurants, serves as a perfect starting point to uncover the city's multifaceted heritage. The majestic sanctuary of Samiro crowns a hill overlooking the city. The sanctuary has been a beacon of faith, drawing in pilgrims for centuries. Their footsteps trace a timeless path towards solace and inspiration amidst the breathtaking panoramic vistas. The imposing Sé de Braga, Portugal's oldest cathedral, played a pivotal role in the early days of Christianity in the Iberian Peninsula. This architectural masterpiece is a living timeline of artistic styles, from its Romanesque origins to its Gothic and Baroque additions. As you walk through its hallowed halls, you can almost hear the echoes of countless prayers whispered over the centuries. But perhaps the most extraordinary sight in Braga is the Bom Jesus de Monte Sanctuary. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is renowned for its monumental Baroque stairway. The staircase, with its cascade of 577 steps, is more than just a physical ascent. It's a spiritual journey, each step symbolizing the path to enlightenment. As you climb the steps, you'll encounter fountains representing the five senses, chapels depicting the Stations of the Cross, and allegorical statues. At the summit, a neoclassical church offers a serene space for contemplation, while panoramic views of Braga and the verdant countryside reward your efforts. Carved into the very heart of a massive granite boulder, the Santuario de Nossa Senhora da Lapa. This unique chapel seems to emerge organically from the rock itself, while the abandoned palace of Doña Chica, an unfinished facade of exposed stone and crumbling brickwork, lies as a skeletal monument to unfulfilled dreams. Abandoned after her death, the palace's beauty is a captivating juxtaposition of nature's reclamation and man's ambition. Where faith and church bells whisper a timeless prayer, the city of Braga reflects humanity's eternal quest for the divine. Number 17. Graz, Austria. Often overshadowed by Vienna or Salzburg, Graz holds a treasure trove of history and beauty. Number 12. Its cityscape is a remarkable blend of eras, where medieval structures stand side by side with contemporary designs. Red-tiled roofs stretch across the skyline, interrupted by the green copper domes and spires of Baroque churches. At the heart of the city, the Moor River flows steadily, a lifeline that has shaped Graz for centuries. Amidst this serene waterway floats the Moerinsel, a creation of steel and glass shaped like a giant seashell. This man-made island houses a cafe and an open-air theater, offering a unique space for both relaxation and cultural experiences. High above the city on Schlossberg Hill, the clock tower watches over Graz, its hands diligently keeping pace with the rhythm of the city, a reminder that even in this tranquil haven, time marches on. The Glockenturm, home to the Liesel Bell, has rung out over the city since 1587. The hilltop itself offers more than just history. It provides sweeping views of the marvelous city below, the river gracefully winding through it. Beyond the city limits, Graz is embraced by the beauty of Styria, a region whose rolling hills, vineyards, and dense forests have inspired poets and artists for generations. These lands have been cultivated and cherished for centuries. Graz, a city that whispers its secrets to those who take the time to listen, where the past and present intertwine, creating experiences that will linger in your memory long after you've left its cobblestone streets behind. Number 16. Cuenca, Spain. Perched precariously on the edge of a breathtaking gorge, Cuenca defies both gravity and expectations. This ancient city, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, seems to cling to the cliffside. Its iconic casas colgadas, or hanging houses, defy logic with their balconies jutting out over the abyss. As you gaze upon Cuenca, the cityscape unfolds. Terracotta rooftops cascade down the steep slopes of the canyon. The gorge itself is a masterpiece of natural artistry, carved over millennia by the relentless flow of the rivers that divide the city in two. High above the gorge is the imposing silhouette of Cuenca Castle, a ruined fortress with roots tracing back to the 8th century during the Moorish era. Its weathered walls and crumbling towers speak of battles fought and sieges endured, invoking a sense of mystery and intrigue. Connecting the two halves of the city is the Cuenca Bridge, a slender steel bridge stretching 60 meters across the river. Perched on the highest point of the city, the Church of San Pedro commands a breathtaking vista of Cuenca's dramatic landscape. But beyond the city walls, Cuenca's natural beauty unfolds in a breathtaking panorama. Rolling hills stretching towards the horizon, verdant valleys carved by centuries of flowing water, and shimmering wetlands teeming with life. In Cuenca, the audacity of human ambition clashes with the raw, untamed power of nature, forging a landscape that defies gravity and humbles the soul. Number 15. Ljubljana, Slovenia. In the history and mythology of Ljubljana, it's believed that a fearsome dragon once terrorized the city until a brave knight defeated the beast with the help of a magical sword. Today, the dragon's image has become a symbol of the city, appearing on the coat of arms and many of its architecture, like the Dragon Bridge, which depicts 4 bronze dragon statues at each corner. The city began in ancient times, when a Roman settlement named Emona flourished on the banks of the Ljubljana River. Over the centuries, it evolved into a thriving medieval town, its strategic location at the crossroads of trade routes. Perched atop a hill overlooking the city for over 900 years, the imposing Ljubljana Castle. This medieval fortress has bore witness to countless sieges and celebrations, its lofty vantage point offering panoramic views of the red-tiled roofs, its winding rivers, and the surrounding hills. Descending from the castle, you'll find yourself in the heart of the city, where the river winds through the iconic Triple Bridge. The bridge was once a single medieval crossing, but transformed into a pedestrian-friendly masterpiece in the 1930s. Further along the river is the Butcher Bridge, with its glass floors and railings covered in countless padlocks. To pledge their eternal love, couples attach the padlocks to the bridge's railing, writing their names on them before throwing away the key into the river below. One of Ljubljana's most peculiar architectures is the pink Franciscan church, a striking Baroque edifice that dominates the Presserine Square. Its pink facade, a departure from the traditional gray and white tones of the city, adds a touch of whimsy. Where time slows down and the rhythm of life is a gentle waltz, Ljubljana enchants with its medieval charm. Number 14. Delft, Netherlands. A city that seems to have sprung from a painter's canvas, Delft captures the very essence of Dutch charm. Its strategic location, perfectly nestled between the larger cities of Den Haag and Rotterdam, has allowed it to thrive as a center of trade, art, and science for over centuries. At the heart of Delft lies the Markt, a grand square that has witnessed centuries of city life. Here, merchants once traded spices and silks from distant lands. With its soaring tower, the new church stands proudly within the square. The church houses the tomb of William of Orange, whose leadership was pivotal in the Dutch struggle for independence. The city is a masterpiece of Dutch Golden Age architecture, a mix between medieval and Renaissance. But beyond its historic buildings, Delft's charm lies in its quaint streets, adorned with flowers and lined with centuries-old houses. Trees frame the canals crossing through the city, creating a picturesque scene that has inspired countless artists and poets. Delft is a city where the gentle lapping of water against the canals creates a soothing soundtrack, inviting you to slow down, breathe deep, and appreciate the simple pleasures of life. Number 13. Leuven, Belgium. Founded in the 9th century BC, Leuven is considered the beer capital of Belgium and the birthplace of Stella Artois. The city manages to seamlessly blend medieval grandeur with a rather youthful exuberance. As you wander through the cobblestone streets, you'll be captivated by the stunning Gothic architecture and Renaissance facades. Bars and cafes line the old market square, exuding a charm like no other. And students from the world's oldest Catholic university infuse their youthful energy with a contagious liveliness. A breathtaking masterpiece of Brabantine Gothic design, Leuven's town hall stands as one of the finest examples in all of Belgium. Constructed for nearly half a century, its intricate facades are adorned with hundreds of statues depicting saints, scholars, and local dignitaries, a reflection of the city's wealth and ambition during its golden age. Reflecting the city's deeply rooted religious heritage are two cultural landmarks. St. Peter's Church showcases a breathtaking blend of Brabantine Gothic and Renaissance styles and is home to the famous Last Supper painting. Its exterior still inspires awe with its soaring buttresses, intricate patterns, and the imposing but unfinished bell tower. From the quiet contemplation of ancient churches to the lively buzz of its beer halls, Leuven offers a unique blend of experiences that will leave you inspired and refreshed. Number 12. Brno, Czech Republic. For centuries, this ancient city served as the capital for the Moravian Empire in the 9th century, playing a crucial role in the region's political, economic, and cultural development. Surrounded by rolling hills, vineyards, and the enchanting Moravian karst, Brno mixes urban energy with natural beauty. Its cityscape is a visual symphony, painted with hues of amber, ochre, and verdant green. Gothic church spires pierce the sky. Medieval fortresses stand over a sea of red-tiled rooftops, and the old town showcases a captivating blend of architectural styles. The magnificent Cathedral of St. Peter and Paul is a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. Over the centuries, the cathedral has undergone numerous transformations due to the 30 Years' War, where it suffered significant damage during the Swedish sieges of Brno in 1643 and 1645. Despite these setbacks, the cathedral was rebuilt and restored, its resilience mirroring that of the city itself. Perched atop a hill overlooking the city is Spielberg Castle. Originally built in the 13th century by King Przemysl Ottokar II, it later served as a formidable fortress. However, a dark reputation as a notorious prison befell the castle, earning it the grim nickname, the Dungeon of the Nations. In Brno, history whispers secrets from ancient stones, and nature paints breathtaking landscapes. Number 11. Berat, Albania. Clinging to the slopes of Mount Timur is the city of 1,000 windows. Its Ottoman-era architecture, with whitewashed houses and countless windows, seems to cascade and tumble down the hillside, creating an enchanting scene of absolute wonder. The old fortified town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, has been continuously inhabited for over 2,400 years. It sits on a hill overlooking the Osum River. The narrow, meandering streets wind through a hillside of traditional houses with red-tiled roofs and ornate wooden balconies. High above the city is the imposing silhouette of Berat Castle, a sprawling fortress with roots dating back to the 4th century BC. Its massive stone walls, weathered by centuries of Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman occupation, encircle a network of cobblestone streets covering nearly 90,000 square feet. Within the castle's embrace are the ruins of the Red Mosque. Its distinctive red brick minaret and some fragments of the walls are all that remain of the oldest mosque in Albania. Berat is a living canvas where history paints its stories on ancient walls. Number 10. Aarhus, Denmark. Founded by Vikings around 900 AD, Aarhus is one of the oldest cities in Denmark. It earned the prestigious title of European Capital of Culture in 2017, a rare honor for a non-capital city, but its unique charm lies in its ability to offer a microcosm of Danish life. At the heart of the city stands the Aarhus Cathedral, a magnificent structure that has watched over the city since the 12th century. Its soaring spire is the tallest in Denmark and has served as a beacon of both faith and history. Its weathered stones whisper tales of Viking raids, medieval pilgrimages, and the birth of the Reformation in Denmark. The skyline is dominated by the Aarhus Art Museum, crowned by its most iconic feature, the Rainbow Skywalk. This circular skywalk offers a kaleidoscopic view of the city through its multicolored glass panels, creating an unforgettable visual experience. The city's docklands have undergone a remarkable transformation, breathing new life into the once neglected waterfront. What was once a sprawling industrial zone has been reimagined as a lively and dynamic district. Today, the docklands showcase a harmonious blend of cutting-edge architecture, inviting public spaces, and cultural venues that celebrate the city's creative spirit. Extending into the bay is the Infinity Bridge, an architectural marvel that captures the very essence of the city. The circular wooden pier creates an endless loop that seems to defy logic. As you gaze upon Aarhus, the lines between sea and sky seem to blur into infinity, creating a breathtaking scene of unreal beauty. Number 9. Nitra, Slovakia. Imagine a place where medieval stone walls whisper tales of vanished empires, and Art Nouveau facades dance with the ghosts of bygone eras. This isn't a fantasy. This is the captivating city of Nitra. Often referred to as the mother of Slovak towns, Nitra breathes history with every cobblestone and every spire. Wander through Nitra's center, and you'll be captivated by the harmonious blend of architectural styles. Medieval structures stand proudly alongside elegant Art Nouveau buildings, creating a spectacular visual timeline of the city's evolution. Perched majestically atop Zobor Hill is the Nitra Castle, one of Slovakia's oldest stone castles. This imposing fortress has played a pivotal role in shaping the city's destiny, from its early beginnings as a Slavic fortified settlement to its role as a royal seat and episcopal center. The hill's summit reveals a breathtaking vista of the city, the winding river, and the surrounding countryside. The city was deeply rooted in its early Christian heritage, evident in the ruins of the many monasteries, chapels, and churches that dot the land. The ancient stones of the Zobor Monastery once housed a thriving Benedictine community, while the Missionary Museum on Calvary Hill chronicles Nitra's role in spreading Christianity throughout the region. The Drazovsky Church, a quaint wooden church nestled in the surrounding countryside, offers a peaceful retreat into traditional Slovak religious customs. Its simple yet elegant design reflects the deep connection between the people and their natural surroundings. One of the most captivating sights overlooking the city is the skeletal remains of the Gimesh Castle. Jagged, crumbling walls trace the outline of a once mighty fortress, and the weathered stones of its towers now open to the sky. From medieval fortifications to Art Nouveau elegance, Nitra's charm lies in its ability to blend the old and the new, creating a cityscape that's as diverse as it is beautiful. Number 8. Plovdiv, Bulgaria. Before Plovdiv, there was Philippopolis, a thriving Thracian settlement that predates even the Roman Empire, and it wasn't until Roman rule that the city truly flourished. The remnants of this glorious past are scattered throughout Plovdiv, from the imposing Roman stadium to the intricate mosaics that once adorned the floors of wealthy villas. The most awe-inspiring of Plovdiv's ancient treasures is the Roman theater of Philippopolis, a magnificent amphitheater that once echoed with the cheers of gladiators and the applause of theatergoers. Built in the 2nd century AD, its massive stone tiers transport you back to a time where the arts flourished and the human spirit soared. The city unfolds at the foot of a gentle mountain, its slopes cloaked in verdant forests. Charming houses adorned with intricate woodwork line the cobblestone streets that wind their way through the heart of the old town. An imposing statue of Alyosha, a Soviet-era soldier, gazes out over the city from Bunardchik Hill. This monument was erected in 1957 to commemorate the Soviet liberation of Bulgaria during World War II, and serves as a stark reminder of Bulgaria's complex history. The rocks of Bunar, a natural rock formation inhabited since prehistoric times, revealing layers of history, from Thracian settlements to Roman fortifications, where the soul of Bulgaria finds its most captivating expression. Plovdiv's story unfolds in layers, each etched upon its ancient stones. Number 7. Kutna Hora, Czech Republic. The history of this fascinating city begins in the 13th century, when vast deposits of silver were discovered beneath its soil. The wealth that flowed from its mines rivaled that of Prague, transforming Kutna Hora into a rich center of commerce and culture. As you wander through the charming streets, the echoes of this opulent past resonate in the pastel-hued houses and intricate details of their facades. Red-tiled rooftops stretch across the horizon, inviting you to explore hidden courtyards and sun-drenched squares. But it's the Gothic masterpiece of St. Barbara's Church that truly captures the essence of this city. The architectural wonder took over 5 centuries to complete, as the Hussite Wars and decline of silver mining brought repeated interruptions. As you approach the church, you're struck by the beauty of its intricate details, leaving you with a sense of awe and wonder. The stone and stained glass windows casts colorful patterns across the floor, while statues of saints and miners alike stand guard over the church. What truly makes Kutna Hora one of the most captivating cities is its unique blend of the sublime and the macabre, the beautiful and the unsettling. Number 6. Lindau, Germany. Perched on an island in Lake Constance, Lindau is connected to the mainland by only a bridge and a railway causeway. The enchanting town offers a unique blend of Bavarian charm, maritime allure, and breathtaking natural beauty. The cityscape is a delightful mix of architectural styles, from the medieval, half-timbered houses of the Old Town to the elegant Baroque and neoclassical buildings that line the harbor front. Lake Constance itself is a marvel, straddling the borders of Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. This vast body of water covers an area of 536 square kilometers, making it the 3rd largest lake in Central Europe. One of the most striking features of Lindau is its picturesque harbor. The entrance is guarded by 2 iconic structures. On one side, a majestic lighthouse, its tower rising 33 meters above the water. On the other side, a massive Bavarian lion statue sits atop a pedestal. These 2 statues create a dramatic gateway to the harbor, where colorful sailboats bob gently in the crystal-clear waters of Lake Constance. The sight of these vessels against the backdrop of the Alpine peaks is nothing short of breathtaking. An island sanctuary, a historical haven, a Bavarian jewel. Lindau is all of these and more. Number 5. Riga, Latvia. Where nature and architecture intertwine, Riga is a city that seems to have sprung from a fairy tale. Nearly half of its territory is covered in greenery, making it one of the greenest cities in Europe. But it's also home to the world's largest collection of Art Nouveau buildings, with over 800 structures. Founded in 1201 by German crusaders, this enchanting city is nestled in the heart of the Baltic, where the Daugava River meets the sea. The city's facades are a symphony of intricate details, whimsical sculptures, and decorative elements of Art Nouveau. Each building tells a story of creativity and craftsmanship. The railway bridge, a sturdy iron giant, stretches across the Daugava River, its intricate latticework of steel framing the picturesque Old Town. This impressive feat of engineering has stood since 1914, surviving 2 world wars. For a bird's-eye view of this architectural wonder, head to the observation wheel, offering breathtaking panoramas of the city, allowing you to fully appreciate the diverse styles that make up the urban landscape. The Riga Cathedral is the largest medieval church in the Baltic states. Its soaring spires and intricate stained glass windows are a testament to the skill and artistry of its medieval builders, while the President's Palace, a neoclassical masterpiece, stands as a symbol of Latvia's independence. The Monument of Freedom, often referred to as the Statue of Liberty, stands 42 meters tall in Freedom Boulevard. The soaring column is topped by a female figure representing liberty, commemorating the country's struggle for self-determination. In contrast, Victory Park provides a moment of tranquility. This vast green space spans over 90 acres, offering a peaceful retreat. Riga is a city where every corner reveals a new surprise, every building a new story, and every moment a new discovery. Number 4. Kotor, Montenegro. Beneath the tranquil surface of the Bay of Kotor, secrets lie in wait. Sunken ships scatter across the waters, telling haunting stories of the rise and fall of empires, naval clashes, and pirate raids that once echoed through this harbor. Yet above the waves, the Bay of Kotor reveals a scene of unparalleled beauty. A submerged canyon sculpted by ancient glaciers. Cradled within its embrace is a town so enchanting, it feels unreal. This is Kotor, a place where time seems to drift on the gentle Adriatic breeze. The old town unfolds like a storybook, its terracotta rooftops a colorful mosaic against the endless azure sky. Along the water's edge, centuries-old stones pave narrow streets. Sunlight bathes the elegant stone houses that line the promenade, their balconies overflowing with cascades of bougainvillea flowers. Encircling the city are Kotor's medieval fortifications, constructed and expanded from the 9th to the 19th century. 4.5 kilometers of walls, punctuated by 15 towers and 7 gates. This defensive network is considered one of the best preserved in the Mediterranean. The imposing St. John Fortress stands as a testament to the Venetian Republic's power during its 4 centuries of rule. Its ramparts, built into the natural rock face, offer breathtaking panoramic views of the bay's shimmering waters, the red-tiled rooftops of the Old Town, and the dramatic fjord-like mountains that rise majestically in the distance. Climb its 1,350 ancient steps, worn smooth by countless pilgrims and defenders over the centuries, and you'll walk in the footsteps of knights and conquerors. While the world outside rushes on, Kotor remains timeless and unforgettable. Number 3. Rovine, Croatia. On the western coast of the Istrian Peninsula, where the Adriatic Sea laps gently against ancient stone walls, lies a town that seems to have sprung from the pages of a fairy tale. Known as the Blue Pearl of the Adriatic, Rovine is an enchanting coastal town that effortlessly blends Italian elegance with Croatian hospitality. Its origins trace back to the Roman era, when it was known as Ruginium, a thriving fishing village and port. The harbor itself is a scene of timeless beauty, where fishing boats bob gently in the crystal-clear waters and its port lined with restaurants and cafes. As you wander through the enchanting old town, you'll find yourself transported to a world where time seems to have stood still. Narrow cobblestone streets wind their way between colorful Venetian-style buildings, their facades a palette of warm hues, creating a backdrop that feels more like an open-air museum than a living, breathing town. Perched atop the highest point in Rovine is the Church of Saint Euphemia. This 18th century church offers more than just spiritual solace. Its bell tower provides panoramic views that stretch across the red-tiled roofs of the old town and out to the Adriatic Sea. When the sun sets, the town transforms into a painter's dream. The setting sun bathes the town in a warm, golden light. In Rovine, the air is filled with magic. The beauty is in the details, and the memories are forever etched upon the soul. Number 2. Tallinn, Estonia. In 1991, when Estonia gained independence from the Soviet Union, Tallinn entered an ambitious path of digital transformation, soon earning the nickname the Silicon Valley of Europe. From the birthplace of Skype to a hotbed of groundbreaking startups, Tallinn became a city where ancient traditions and futuristic technologies coexisted. As you wander through the city's cobblestone streets, you'll stumble upon the twin towers of Viru Gate. These two stout cylindrical towers once formed part of the city's medieval defenses, but now serve as a picturesque entrance into the charming old town. The most striking feature is the city walls and towers, which envelop the well-preserved architecture and captivating skyline of red-tiled roofs and church spires. The ancient fortifications once stretched for 2.4 kilometers and included 46 towers. The Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, a magnificent representation of Russian Orthodox architecture. Built in the 1900s during the Russian Empire, it remains a controversial symbol for some, yet its architectural beauty is undeniable. Its elaborate domes and golden crosses shimmer in sunlight, creating an atmosphere of reverence and wonder. A city that has embraced change while preserving its rich heritage, Tallinn remains a timeless treasure. Number 1. Bergen, Norway. Referred to as the gateway to the fjords, Bergen holds a secret that has captivated travelers for centuries. The city's proximity to some of Norway's most stunning natural wonders makes it an ideal starting point to explore the breathtaking fjord landscapes. Founded in 1070 by King Olav Kyrre, Bergen is nestled between 7 mountains and the Norwegian Sea, each peak offering its own unique perspective on the urban landscape below. As you ascend the mountains, the city unfolds beneath you. Its colorful buildings and winding streets give way to the vast expanse of fjords and mountains beyond. Hiking trails wind their way through lush forests, leading to hidden waterfalls that cascade down moss-covered rocks. The city's heart lies in its ancient embankment Bryggen, a row of colorful houses weathered by time and elements. Dating back to the 14th century, these structures once housed German merchants who dominated trade in the North Sea. Wander through the narrow alleyways that crisscross Bryggen and peek into the hidden courtyards to find a world of treasures. As night falls, the illuminated facades of Bryggen cast a warm glow, creating a magical atmosphere that has inspired many for generations. Whether it's in the form of a stunning fjord or a perfectly preserved medieval building, Bergen creates a sense of unhurried appreciation for the beauty that surrounds the city.